Imagine this. You're a world-famous figure, once cloaked in royal prestige, now chasing the bright lights of Hollywood, a multi-million-dollar Netflix deal in your pocket. Your name alone powerful enough to dominate headlines for days. Your new show just wrapped its second season, and on paper, it should have been your crowning achievement. You'd think nothing could go wrong. But what happens when even the very platform paying your salary decides they've had enough? That's exactly the storm Meghan Markle walked into. Her series With Love, Meghan was supposed to be a turning point. Season 2 was her shot to prove she could command a project, capture audiences, and rewrite her public image. Instead, it delivered a tidal wave of backlash and one of the most humiliating moments in her post-royal career. Now, let's be fair. Netflix didn't set out to humiliate Meghan. In fact, they gave her everything she asked for: a hefty budget, full creative control, even freedom to structure episodes her way. She chose to film everything in bulk, treating season 2 like an extension of the first. One long shoot chopped into pieces. Efficient? Maybe. Wise? Absolutely not. The final product was messy, soulless, and disastrous in test screenings. Not once, not twice, but 7 times in a row. And no disaster was bigger than the finale. This wasn't just any finale. It was a bizarre Christmas in July spectacle filmed on Malibu Beach. Picture Christmas trees stuck in sand, fairy lights strung across driftwood, Meghan in a bikini apron combo, grilling hot dogs while lip-syncing to a rap remix of holiday songs. It sounds like a parody, except it wasn't. At least, it almost wasn't. Because just days before release, Netflix executives made a bold call. They scrapped the entire finale, erased it from existence, and that decision wasn't cheap. Netflix had already poured nearly $5 million into shooting the spectacle. 3 days of filming, 8 celebrity cameos, ranging from A-listers to forgotten names. Drone shots, custom lighting rigs, endless stylists working overtime, all to give Meghan her dream Hollywood ending. Yet test audiences ripped it apart. Some called it unwatchable. One person even walked out. Another branded it career suicide on camera. The verdict? Brutal. And Meghan? She was furious. She had poured herself into that finale, convinced it was her redemption. The scene that would silence critics and prove she still had star power. But when producers told her it had been permanently cut, she reportedly erupted, begging executives to reconsider. She even demanded it be included as a deleted scene. Netflix held firm. The finale was dead. Now imagine hearing that your big comeback moment was considered so embarrassing it couldn't even air. That's the reality Meghan faced. And online, the fallout was merciless. Social media mocked the fiasco endlessly, because nothing screams Hollywood failure louder than a finale banned by your own platform. Behind the scenes, Netflix was in damage control. Internally, the project was labeled a salvage operation. Even Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos got involved, something that almost never happens unless a show is imploding. When execs first saw Meghan dancing in the sand with oversized candy canes, one reportedly muttered, "We're about to be roasted into oblivion." So, where did it all go so wrong? According to insiders, the turning point was Meghan's demand for full creative control. From that moment, the production shifted from a professional series to fulfilling her personal fantasy. Crew members admitted the set felt more like a PR stunt than a show. No rewrites, no reality checks. Every idea she pitched, no matter how strange, got the green light. And the result? Chaos. Continuity errors everywhere. In one shot, a Christmas tree twinkled. In the next, it vanished. A snow machine accidentally blasted foam into a celebrity guest's eye, lip-syncing that didn't match the track. Boom mics reflecting in glass. Even Meghan's demand for angelic lighting backfired, washing out everything around her. It was, in one insider's words, a train wreck wrapped in tinsel. Some inside Netflix started calling the shoot Pam's Folly, a mocking reference to Meghan's Pamela Anderson-inspired look. Her red swimsuit and apron were meant to be playful, but instead looked like awkward cosplay. Combine that with tangled Christmas lights, a tiny grill, and Meghan strutting in slow motion to an auto-tuned holiday trap remix, and you had what one producer dubbed the most unintentionally hilarious finale we've ever seen. Even the celebrity cameos couldn't save it. Some guests looked visibly confused on set. One believed they were filming a holiday PSA, not a reality segment. Another walked off entirely, citing creative differences, a polite way of saying, What on earth is this? When the finale was cut, Meghan's camp scrambled. Lawyers whispered about legal action, PR teams drafted statements, but Netflix didn't budge. Instead, they replaced the finale with a bland patchwork of leftover B-roll stitched together just to meet runtime. No celebration, no closure. Just an awkward fade to black. The damage, however, was already done. Meghan's Hollywood reputation took a sharp hit. She was no longer the promising royal-turned-producer. She was now the woman behind the most expensive deleted scene in Netflix history. Inside Netflix, the distancing was swift. Marketing budgets were cut, press junkets canceled, cast members told to stay quiet. PR reps even ghosted media outlets who asked why a multi-million-dollar finale had been buried. Executives quietly prayed the show would fade without further humiliation. They were wrong. Clips from the trailer spread like wildfire on TikTok and YouTube. Reaction channels pounced. Fashion bloggers, pop culture critics, even grill enthusiasts tore it apart. A viral remix dubbed the fiasco Malibu Mayhem, a Christmas catastrophe. Others spliced her teaser with actual clips of Pamela Anderson, mocking the imitation. Meghan was trending worldwide, for all the wrong reasons. Back home, Meghan reportedly felt deeply betrayed, not only by Netflix, but by her own inner circle. No one had dared tell her how bad the finale looked during production. She walked onto set every day, believing she was creating something iconic. And by the time reality hit, it was far too late to save her from humiliation. And then came the numbers. When Season 2 finally debuted, it limped into Netflix's top 10. Briefly. Curiosity drove viewers to check it out, but within days it was buried by reruns and documentaries. Retention rates were awful. Critics were merciless, calling the show soulless, self-indulgent, and shockingly tone-deaf. One headline summed it up. Netflix should have left this on the cutting room floor. Rumors swirled that Netflix had even considered scrapping the entire season, but legal contracts made that impossible. So they let it stream, hoping to recoup scraps of their investment. Meanwhile, Meghan's massive multi-project deal with Netflix was suddenly paused. Future spin-offs? Canceled. New projects? Frozen. Her team tried to spin the narrative, suggesting Netflix was afraid of her creative freedom. They even floated the idea of releasing the finale independently on another platform, but Netflix's legal team swiftly shut it down. The footage belonged to them, and it was never seeing the light of day. And so, what was meant to be Meghan Markle's triumphant Hollywood comeback ended not with applause, but with silence. A glittering opportunity buried in the Netflix vaults. A cautionary tale for anyone betting everything on fame. In Hollywood, one misstep can cost you everything. Meghan Markle bet big, and Netflix cashed out. And with streaming platforms now tightening budgets across the board, her future in the industry has never looked more uncertain.